Hi everybody, my name's Andrew Knight. I'm a Veterinary Professor of Animal Welfare and Ethics and Founding Director of the Centre for Animal Welfare at the University of Winchester in the United Kingdom. I'm also Adjunct Professor in the School of Environment and Science at Griffith University in Australia. I've been a vegetarian since I was 8 years old when my parents gave me a book on baby animals, and I looked through the pages and saw the pictures of baby deer and other animals and decided that I didn't want to eat meat. I went to my parents and announced that I would be going vegetarian. They smiled and thought to themselves, this will last around about a week. Our family was nearly vegetarian anyway, so for them it was not a major inconvenience. They of course were wrong. It lasted the next 10 or more years actually, until I actually turned vegan when I was 23. And at that time I was trying to impress a certain young lady with how ethical I was. She was doing the same and we both turned vegan together, which was fantastic. It obviously worked because she's still a good friend many years later, which I'm very appreciative of. I had become increasingly aware of the severe animal welfare and ethical problems associated with the farming of animals in intensive farming systems, and that partly led to my decision. Since then, I have been an academic advocate for animals and for their welfare and for plant-based lifestyles. I have YouTube videos that have attracted many thousands of views. Some of my academic publications have attracted more than 100,000 views, and the recent animal welfare textbook, the Routledge Handbook of Animal Welfare, that we published at the start of this year, fully open access, i.e. free on the internet, has also attracted more than 100,000 views in the first half of the year after it was published. So I'm very pleased that I've managed to reach so many people with the various messages that I try to disseminate about the importance of considering animals, considering their welfare and the intrinsic value of their lives. And I understand that many people have increased their consumption of plant-based diets for themselves and indeed for their companion animals as a result, and I'm very proud of this. One of my biggest successes was actually my current wife, Yasmin Debo, who was previously Chief Executive of the Vegan Society United Kingdom and is now the Global CEO of ProVeg International, who promote plant-based diets. And one of the first things she said to me when she met me was that she could never possibly become vegan, and this was because she was living in a rural area in the south of the Netherlands, which is a area in which there is a lot of animal farming, and at that time, many years ago, vegan awareness and vegan products were minimally available. However, with a little bit of effort, she found that it was easier than she had thought, and within 3 months she had become vegan. And she's now one of the world's leading advocates for vegan diets. For myself, being a veterinarian and having previously practiced veterinary medicine with small animals, i.e. dogs and cats, for nearly a decade, my area of interest has long been plant-based diets for companion animals. This is the area of most of my current research, actually. I've been conducting studies exploring the health outcomes for dogs and cats on nutritionally sound vegan diets, exploring their palatability, how much the animals enjoy eating them, and the environmental sustainability benefits of these diets. The research findings are extremely exciting, and I'm providing these studies on my website dedicated to this issue, which is sustainablevetfood.info. Finally, I would like to encourage everybody who is watching to really consider reducing any consumption of animal products that you may have in your lifestyles and adopt increasingly plant-based lifestyles. We're currently living through the 6th mass extinction event since fossil records began. Today, the entire mass of wild mammals and other animals on the planet is vastly less than the combined mass of all of the farmed animals in the world. And we have rates of extinction that are up to 100 times more than would naturally occur. Our very high levels of farming of so-called food animals are very much to blame for this phenomenon, being a major cause of deforestation and habitat destruction, freshwater usage, fertilizers, pesticides, and greenhouse gases. The food system overall contributes around about 1/3 of all greenhouse gases causing climate change, and livestock animals contribute around about 20% of those. So if you're not vegan already, please do seriously think about cutting down your consumption of animal products and contributing towards a more compassionate world in which we are more able to respect other animals and also our own health and well-being. Thank you.